Hello out there, it's Norm from Tested.
And Frank from Tested.
And this week we are starting a new Tested build. That's right, Frank and I are going to work this entire week on a project for you guys. This first episode, free for everyone. And we'll have the rest of the series on tested.com for the premium member community. If you want to check that out, we encourage you to subscribe. It's tested.com/membership. In the past, we've done painting projects, we've built electronics projects.
Did some sculpting lessons.
Some sculpting lessons. Last week, some airbrushing. Super cool. What you did with the Rancor and also those Wampas.
Yeah, the Wampas were fun.
Yeah. But this week, we're working on a resin kit.
Yeah.
It's a custom kit.
A friend of mine, Sam Cobb, she was on the first season of Face Off with me. She came out with these little Automata kits, and I saw them at Monsterpalooza for the first time. And I knew I wanted to put one together, so I'm glad we get to do one.
Yeah, I think it was also from Monsterpalooza where I saw someone tweet a picture of it, and I love Automata. For people who don't know what that is, they're animated puppets where you can either crank them by hand or attach them to a motor, but there's some mechanical animation.
Yeah.
And Sam has designed a whole suite of them.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them, I think.
Yeah, she sells them completed or as kits.
Yeah. And
we want to build the kit, and this is like the simplest one she sells. Didn't want to tackle necessarily a complicated one in the beginning.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. But what are we building today?
This is an Anglerfish, and so we have 2 kits, one for each of us. And they come with all the pieces, which are kind of hollow cast resin parts.
Okay.
They're kind of like rotocast or something like that. And some of them are solid pieces. There's some bent metal, which she's already made into cams.
Okay.
To kind of help animate everything. And then she's got some really great detailed instructions explaining how to put them together.
Nice. Now we could just, the tools that we need are fairly simple also. There's, you need pliers, we need a Dremel, some rotary tool.
Hot glue.
Hot glue, very simple. And so to put this together shouldn't be too complicated.
I don't think so.
But we also want to make it look nice.
Yeah, you could do this 2 different ways. You could either put it together and then paint it, or we could paint it first. And I think that once some of these parts start going into others, there'll be little corners that we can't paint. So I think we should paint the parts before we assemble it.
Okay. So today we're going to start by painting this kit, the base coat at least.
Yeah, at least get some stuff going, and then once we put it together, we can do some finishing touches.
All right. So you have paint. You brought paint.
Yeah.
Got airbrush set up
here.
Do you want to kind of do an inventory of the pieces to start to show people what's out there? Like this looks like the head.
Yep, that's the head. There's the jaw.
There's the jaw. So you have the head right there, jaw right there. Nice, like that. Okay, behind the head.
The next piece is
like
a body.
Body
part.
There.
And then another body part.
Okay.
And then another body part.
I love. So this is all kind of. She sculpted an original by hand. Hand sculpted.
Yeah. You could see there's a lot of little like tool marks from sculpting, which can make it look nice and rough and rustic, kind of.
Okay.
Or you can spend a bunch of time and clean these parts up and like really polish them. But I like the rough look of them.
I do. I like it too because I think at the end I don't want to make this look organic.
Yeah.
I kind of want to make it look like
it's like hammered metal, or it's like patinaed or something.
Some kind of copper.
Yeah.
Like mechanical beast. I like the tail as well. So it's actually gonna be a good size too. Nice. What type of resin can you tell is this? Like
it looks to me like it's like smooth cast onyx or something like that.
Okay.
I've done a bunch of rotocast parts that are black resin like this, and I use a product from Smooth On called Onyx Fast, and it's pretty easy to rotocast parts.
If someone's designing their own kit, a resin kit, you know, like maybe they've sculpted a bust or maybe something that has 2 parts or 3 parts, and you break it down for molding something like this, fairly simple.
Probably. These are probably like little block molds or something that she's made, and she just pours the resin in and then just hand rotocasts.
Hand rotocast.
I would guess.
Yeah. You could tell they're hollow.
Yeah. Yeah. The way that they look inside, Maybe she has access to a rotocast machine.
So because it's like, you can tell it's shiny on the inside, so it was
Yeah.
kind of slushed around and
it looks like she does a little bit of maintenance to these parts before you get them. They're pretty trimmed, and the copper rods are already placed in there. It looks like she used like some epoxy or like E6000 or something like that to kind of
yeah,
place
some of
these rods in there.
are locked in already. Oh, this one fell out.
No,
so.
they should all come out because.
They should all come out.
Yep, all of them should come out.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I guess we should get started painting. Are you thinking airbrushing or hand brushing?
I think I'm gonna use this black undercoat and I'm gonna lightly brush on or airbrush on. I haven't decided if I want to make it like coppery, like a koi, or if I want to do it like a greeny blue patinaed matte. I haven't.
You haven't decided yet.
I haven't decided yet.
Well,
Yeah, so
you can tell that. Like let's look at this piece for example. You have the body of the fish right here, and then the edge, that kind of relief part. Like I would want maybe the relief part to be shiny, to be a little more coppery, metallic.
yeah.
And then the body part, a little more browns or.
Well, I don't have any metallic colors with me, so all we brought up was the stuff from the just normal like
or
normal
maybe a
colors.
silver or something like a
Got a silver
something.
Sharpie? Let's hit it with a Sharpie.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, that's the part I want to look a little more weathered.
Yeah.
Okay. But to start, we can just paint the whole thing. Just give it a coat.
Paint whatever parts you want to paint.
So let's grab some paint and get started. I'm gonna flip on airbrush. You think airbrush?
If you want. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna airbrush.
Whatever you feel like doing.
I'm gonna pop out the. I'm gonna do this piece first. We'll look at the colors. Now, from last month when we did some airbrushing, we don't have to recap all of that. We're using some acrylic paints. We have some small cups for mixing.
Yep.
And we have our Automata Revolution airbrushes. So
Brushes
let's see.
for you.
I definitely want like a red in there somewhere. Oh yeah, the umber.
Well, you're painting on black, so you have to think about what is going to show up on the black.
And what?
So I'm gonna use this black and keep all of my colors very washy on top of it.
Okay.
So that black really shows through, and it'll keep it dark and dingy. And then maybe once we put it together, then I can just hit some of these edges with highlights.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what you're gonna do.
Yep. I'm gonna use this new Iwata compressor. This is like a battery powered compressor. I'm gonna give that one a shot.
So greens.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nope, not Kelly green. Ooh. Vile green. So that's a lighter color.
Well, going over the black, it's gonna.
It'll darken it up.
It'll stay dark, and then once I start hitting it with washes on top of that. If you wanted to base coat this whole thing like a metallic color, you can get like metallic spray paints.
Yes.
And just spray paint all these things like a copper or brass or something like that.
Mind if I borrow some of this?
Use whatever color you want.
Chrome green. I'm mixing the chrome with the vial green. Actually, I want to have enough for.
Yeah, once you get a couple of coats on it, it'll start covering pretty good. So you want to, when you're doing this, build it up in a couple of coats. Don't just try and blast and get full coverage. of curious how Sam came up with the movements and with the idea for these things.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
When you were working with her on Face Off, did she talk about Automata being an interest, or?
No, not really. You know, Sam was always real quiet, and I guess of all the people that I met on the show, I think I got to know her the least, but I think I like her as one of the best. She's really creative and super talented.
Yeah, she included actually a piece of another one of her.
Yeah, I started
oh, you did?
throwing some
nice
colors on it.
Oh, this guy, a little demon head.
Yeah, she has like a Krampus or something like that. Some kind of.
That's what it is. Perfect for the holiday season.
Yeah. There's a movie coming out, a Krampus movie. I wonder how that's going to be.
This guy. Should I put it right here so you guys can see it?
Careful with these rods that are in there. You might want to take them all out and set them aside so that way you don't lose them.
Yep.
This little compressor is pretty awesome. I'm not plugged into to power right now. It's just going on the battery. Let's see how long this battery will last today.
Which piece did you start with?
I started on the
I'm gonna start
head.
do the head last. And as we talked about last time, the distance you have from the airbrush to the thing you want to airbrush is the kind of what determines the spread.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like when I'm airbrushing, I'm not like right up on it. Getting just a mist of coverage. And also, I'm not trying to like completely opaquely cover everything. I just want to do a couple of passes of color.
Is there specific places where you want to put more color, maybe?
Whatever you want. It depends what your design's going to be.
Like in the crevices or in the... Have you seen some pretty cool automata?
I've seen some really great ones. I got to see the original Turk automata. It's the chess-playing Turk.
Mechanical Turk.
Yeah, which is a magic trick.
Yes.
I've seen that. I've seen.
Was that actually an automata? Or was it that was the one with someone inside it?
There was somebody inside it controlling it. Then there's a guy named what's his name? Following on Instagram.
Is it Doug?
No, there's a guy that builds some really cool automata, and he built the one that Guillermo used in Crimson Peak.
Oh, I didn't know there's an automata in that movie.
Yeah,
Don't tell me.
Well, it's not like a big story point or anything, but what the hell's his name? Let me look on Instagram. I'll tell you what his name is.
Well, the guy that we've interviewed, his name is, I believe, Doug North, and he makes wooden automata.
Yeah.
Beautiful sculptures.
Thomas Kuntz.
He's an artist?
Yeah, he's an artist named Thomas Kuntz, and he builds these really cool, like, creepy automata. And Guillermo has a couple at his house that I've seen that are really neat. They do like little magic. They're completely mechanical, and they do these cool little magic tricks.
Did you ever see Hugo?
No.
That movie featured automata. I think you like that.
Oh, really?
And it was inspired by the French, some of the French automata, I believe. Like there's the robot children who can write.
Mm-hmm.
Look really creepy.
The same guy that has the chess playing Turk, he also has something that plays, I believe it's a clarinet, where it's got bellows inside of it and it plays this clarinet.
So it
and then
blows.
Yeah, so it's picture like, you know, a full person.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's done playing, it takes a bow. So all the mechanics in that upper body, like bend over and take a bow, and it's got all these like counterweights so that it can bend all of that. It's pretty neat.
Robot ancestors. Yeah, I think you would like Hugo. You should watch that. It's a Scorsese movie.
Is it?
It was his first 3D movie, and it's a sentimental film. It's lighthearted. It's also a celebration of some of the original filmmakers. It surprised me because I didn't know, one, it was about that Automata played such a big part in it, and two, the central character. Hugo's the name of the boy, but it's not really about him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is, but there's another main character that's about, and I don't want to spoil, but I was very delighted when I found out who it was about. Without being too cryptic.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see it eventually.
Are you done with your green, your undercoat? Much more consistent and better.
Gotta do a couple coats. I think I got 2 or 3 coats on here.
On all the pieces?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not doing the accented parts. I'm just doing the insides.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking next?
I'm putting in some blue.
Oh.
You're gonna copy me and put blue on it next?
Yeah.
Why don't you make up your own color scheme?
I like the iridescence.
I'm not
Blue. Mine's, I chose a darker green. Mine isn't as bright as yours. Let me think.
These are fluorescents too in the little jars.
Maybe, is there like a fluorescent blue? Oh, yeah, there is. Okay,
Yep.
maybe I'll do that. Can I mix that with like this code blue a little bit?
Probably.
What you thinking?
I'm gonna figure out which is top and bottom on the tail part.
Now, this time we didn't block out the colors, just kind of making it up as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Would you, if you were building this another time, block out the colors?
You know, I don't know. I don't know how I'd go about this differently. I think I'd probably mask a lot of this stuff off and hit some of the stuff with spray paints, and then wash it down after it's all base coated with the spray paint.
Okay.
I don't want to spray paint inside the office.
Yeah.
Stuff dry a little bit. I'm gonna check out the directions.
Yes. Why I continue adding my base coats.
So she says in her instructions that she recommends assembling it with hot glue first. It allows us to tweak the assembly of the fish until we get it just right. And then after that, use like a 5-minute epoxy or super glue or something.
Well, we have both of those things.
Yep.
We got a hot glue gun.
Yep.
Green. Green.
You get a hairdryer in here to dry all these parts off. Hey Joey, do we have a chrome Sharpie or a gold Sharpie or anything? That'd be kind of neat. You see how with the black plastic you have to build up the colors a little bit.
And also, it's easy. It's easy to miss the nooks and crannies. So I want to like spray, and then it's easy to pop in and kind of push it against those edges. But yeah, the green's looking nice. Green, it's not super even, but I'll take that as like that's part of the patina.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that one reason to cast in black like this, so people can use it as a...
Well, if you were going to spray it with either chrome or like gold chrome or something like that, black is a better base color than white. So that's a good start. Plus, having them dark castings like this, like I think it just lends itself better to doing like metallic finishes. Like if you were going to do patinas and stuff, you can get these paints. I think the company's called like Finish Masters or something like that, where you spray on this first coat, which has like metal flake in it, and then you hit it with this like a spray bottle of a patina, and it changes all the colors and makes it look all rusty and gets in all the nooks and stuff.
May not have one for you, Frank. Oh, sure, I forgot the tail. Got me the tail. I like what you've done with that tail. The splat of blue.
Yeah, I'm letting some of the stuff kind of pool a little bit, just to make it look a little crustier.
More like rust?
Yeah, just how like patinaed colors kind of settle. And then also like paint jobs on a fish, like, you know, the belly of a fish is a different color than like the top, so I'm kind of doing some stuff like that.
Put real thought into it, Frank.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Little bit.
I dig it. I love Automata. They get really elaborate.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance to look up Thomas Kuntz on Instagram, he's got some really neat Automata stuff, and he shows like how he machines some of them and builds the cams to make different movements work and stuff like that. It's really neat.
It's like animatronics, but without the electronics part.
Yeah.
Not even done with my first coat yet. When do you know when to stop?
That's the eternal question. When it feels right. I don't know. I'm kind of making it up as I go, so. I stop when I run out of paint.
Yeah.
How about that?
There you go. That's good. Good an answer as any. Still use that laser pointer at the tip of this airbrush.
Yeah, you still having aiming problems?
Aiming problems. Seems pretty good coverage. All right. Anything cleaner? I'm gonna clean out this airbrush and. Thank you.
Cleaner.
And some wipes. Let's get to a point today where you're happy with your base coat, and then tomorrow we can do some assembly.
I'm getting there. Working on my third color.
Wow, what's your third color?
Some yellow.
Okay. Glowy.
The airbrush is spattering.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's spattering a little bit.
Oh no.
Some pigment got all lodged in there.
How long before it usually gets lodged?
What's that?
Did you get lodged easily? Like if you wait
No,
too long,
the yellow that I put in there was all clumpy.
Gunky? Oh,
yeah.
because of what was in the bottle? Take some
Yeah, I think
isopropyl
so.
also.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bubble that airbrush.
Yeah, back bubble gets all that residue out.
Pour it up. Yeah, nothing but alcohol in that airbrush. This airbrush is a soak. Okay. Oh, what did you do with the lower jaw? Did you start with that at all?
I didn't do anything on that because that's, in my mind, that's more of the filigree that's on the edges, which I want to do different.
Yes, that's same here. It's like a metal jaw attachment.
Yeah, we might need to take a break and go find a metallic Sharpie to hit some of these things.
Edges?
Yeah, I think.
Ooh, whoa. All right, so how am I going to use this?
You have to use that with a brush.
Ah, so that's not going to airbrush at all. Dirt. Well,
Yeah, because it's a thicker bodied paint.
Not this today, but how about the cobalt blue mixed with a little bit of expired blue? Code blue. What's the difference? I like the expired blue.
You need to get yourself some of those Tim Gore paints.
I know, and
You like all those colors.
They're great. They're really great.
Using up all my paint.
Call Tim up. Hey Tim. I like your paints. Can we use them for tested? That's a lot, actually. My blue's not really popping out from this guy. My blue and green ended up being too similar. Wow, I really like that. It looks so cool.
Yeah, once that finishes drying, I think it'll look
even cooler.
Yep. You didn't see Crimson Peak yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Well, by the time this comes out, you need to go see Crimson Peak.
I know.
Pretty cool. Saw it last night.
By the time this comes out, hopefully I've seen Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. By the time this comes out, I hope all of you have seen Star Wars. And paid attention to the credits. And looked for my name. Now you just have to make sure this video doesn't come out until after the 18th.
Which side is the bottom? That's the bottom.
That's the bottom, yeah.
Okay, I'm putting my dark blues at the bottom, because in my head, that's where the fish doesn't get sunlight. So it's a little darker.
I put blues at the bottom also.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad we can like come to the same conclusion. I'm putting my dark blue here like in the crevices. With the idea being that that's where all that stuff gets trapped.
Well, you also have to think that once we finish these base colors, we're gonna take it and give it like a wash of other stuff to make it to sink into all those crevices too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's true.
Or at least that's how I'm planning it.
Yes. You're right. Okay, blues in the bottom here. Which one's the top? Which one the bottom? You think?
The top is the part that you're holding.
Okay, just like that. Got it.
Yeah, when Sam was on the first season of Face Off with me, she made it all the way to the finale.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. Sam Cobb, everyone.
Sam Cobb. Face Off semi-finalist. Final? She was a finalist. I think she lived or lives in like Portland or Washington or one of those Northwest states. She worked for a company where she did a bunch of like real big sculptures. Like I saw her do a giant lion and
Like for big performance pieces? Or
yeah,
show
big
pieces?
like I guess the company was building stuff for like Cirque du Soleil, and so she got to work on some like big puppets and big costumey things. I think she just recently left there to kind of pursue her own thing. And I think these automatas are her first little dive into new things.
Hey, we got to go to Monsterpalooza next year.
Yeah, Monsterpalooza, I think, we talked about it last time, I think. Len and I are going to try and do a live Creature Geek from Monsterpalooza.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. What was that other blue is that an opaque? Didn't you have a Tim Gore blue?
Right here?
Yeah, that's the one that I want.
That's the one that I like, that blue. Actually, proper light on this guy. Okay.
I'm pretty
A little
close,
bit
I
of
think.
gradient on that. So a little blue on the bottom. A blue here, a little more blue here. Okay. And then maybe I should add another.
This little battery powered Iwata is sure chugging along. This is great.
It's nice. What I'm also doing is I'm adding some darkness inside, because that's where they're gonna overlap. And I feel like that's where within like the recesses, that's where all that blue gets hidden. All the. Does it make a little sense?
Makes sense to you. That's all that matters.
Yeah, trying to tell a story. need something to kind of make it pop a little bit more. Okay. Let me think. Pour out this blue. Now you add a third color as well. Wow, that's a lot of blue right in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these Tim Gore blues really cover great.
Yeah. A little more on the tail here. All right, now clean that off. Squirt gun. You guys still watch Face Off regularly? Is it still on?
It is still on. I think the finale of season 9
Holy moly.
is coming up on Tuesday.
Okay. When
But
we're airing
it'll
this.
be done by the time
Yeah.
the time you guys all see this video. But yeah, it's still on, and I know that they shot a 4th or a 10th season of Face Off.
Already.
So yeah, so there's another season coming.
Wow. It's a popular
Still
show.
going. Yeah. Hey, it's cool that people like watching people make things. I know that a lot of people have commented that they like that it's less drama-y than other like reality shows and competition shows. So that's
Yep.
I mean, it's nice that it's, you know, stayed interesting enough to people.
All right, what's the third color I should add? So for example, Frank, I have here, I have blue around the bottom and kind of around the inside.
Yeah.
I want to add like a
I think
brighter
your blues
color.
are so dark,
Deep, yes.
you almost can't, it's almost imperceptible.
Okay, so something that kind of brighten it up.
Use a lighter blue or I used a yellow up on top.
Can I take a look at your piece right here?
Yeah.
So see right here, Frank's piece.
Can you give me the wipes?
Yes. Wow. Blue on the bottom, very clear. And then green, and then a little yellow, that's the top right here.
Yeah. And I think I painted mine kind of bright like that because I know once I get it all done, I'm going to take like browns and ochres and stuff like that and wash everything down. So if you don't make it bright enough, once you start washing it down with...
There's nothing to take away.
Yeah. So that's why I went kind of...
Is there a Tim
bright.
Gore yellow? Raw sienna? Maybe I can try that.
Yeah, it's Injury Ochre is his yellow...
Injury ochre. Found it. Injury ochre. I'm going to use that at the top then. Just a few drops. Goes a long way. Yeah, that looks good.
Wow, I am really like pleasantly pleased with this this compressor.
This
and how-
compressor?
Yeah, it just keeps going. It's great. It's good good pressure too. Let's see, what do I want to do next?
What I like is that as I'm adding this like injury ochre to the top, it's just mixing with some of the blues and it just turns green.
There you go.
And then that's fine. Oh, I can never tell which one's to have this on the top. And I believe that's the top.
This is the top, I believe.
Yes, that's what I believe too.
Yeah. Because if you think about the top being the part where it has the top fin.
Yes, yes. Except it dips down in the bottom. The tail. This is the bottom of the tail.
I don't know. Is it?
Oh no, that's the top of the tail.
Yeah, the taller part is the top.
Woo, okay, good to know. I'm just gonna lay them out like top to bottom.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. How you feeling about yours?
Oh, I feel good about mine. I'm gonna start fiddling around with some of the assembly.
Well, if we're gonna start with assembly, you want to save that? That's.
I want to put it together.
All right. Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We've done a little bit of base coat. There's assembly that needs to be done, and then also a final coat. We're gonna save that for the rest of the week. So we're almost at an hour now, but I hope you guys are interested in the project. I think it's really interesting, building a piece of automata. That looks really nice. Rawr. An anglerfish. And we'll see you guys tomorrow back on tested.com/membership, and we'll have more content for the rest of the week. Until then, that's Frank, I'm Norm, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.